your favourite figures and collectibles at bigbagtoystore.com.
Hey guys, welcome to Kal-El Reviews. This is Chris, and that's the Mark 1 Iron Man from Hot Toys, and obviously the Iron Man film. Now this is the version 1 that came out originally, not the version 2, so don't be confused. First thing I'm going to get out of the way is the box, because it's a really cool box design, really cool slipcover, and I just want to showcase that a little bit. And this figure is very sparse with accessories, so it's not going to be a very long review. It's mainly going to be looking at the details. Speaking of which, please check out my photo gallery, which I can't speak properly, down below. Very cool stuff, if I do say so myself. It's just a really nice piece, and I just did some really nice detail shots of the wiring and things like that. So please check that out. Again, link will be down below. Anyway, we'll get him out of the way. I'll bring in the box, bring the camera back a bit so we can see, and I'll just showcase that a little bit. Alrighty guys, here's the box, and as you can see, it's got a very crate design to it, which is really nice. This has actually got you can hear that, a textured finish to it. These pieces here are actually raised slightly. All the framework is actually raised a little bit, and the rest is a very rough design. It's got Stark Industries across the top there, which I'll just make sure you can see. So Stark Industries there, M1, come down, it says mechanical design there, do not destroy, and M1 do not destroy there. And just down the bottom we've got the Movie Masterpiece sign and the Hot Toys sign. Now, just bringing it around on the side, we've got again Stark Industries, just trying to show you, sorry about the background there. On the top, it will come out of focus for a second, but Iron Man Mark 1, and it will focus in maybe. Focus? No, it doesn't want to. Anyway, it just says Collector's Edition MMS80 on there, and the back is the same. Now, I'll just position this camera again. So, when you take the slipcase off, just lifts up like so. I'll just bring it forward so I can get it off. So we'll get that out of the way. Put the box back a bit. And there we have the box. So the Mark 3 box is the same, and the Mark 2, all these original ones were the same sort of design. Very cool, has the look of the Mark 1 suit and Iron Man Mark 1 down there. When you open this screen, yeah, we did. Talking rubbish. You open it, it's actually got Tony's chest in there with the arc reactor there. And I'll just bring that around a little bit. And on there, we've got the Mark 1 with some artwork. Got a little bit of an overview there. It just says, while travelling overseas on business, Tony Stark is gravely injured after being ambushed and taken hostage. While in captivity, Stark is ordered to build a super weapon capable of worldwide devastation. Instead, determined to escape and ultimately confront his demons of his past, Stark constructs a newly invincible suit of armor equipped with powerful repulsor rays, high altitude flight capability, and escapes. That's a bit funny there, because that would be talking about the Mark 2 or the Mark 3, but anyway. Upon his return to America, he becomes the red and gold warrior Iron Man, vowing to don his powerful armour to protect the world. So that's what it says. Sorry about being boring. Mark 1 there. Again, it's just his chest there. I'm trying to find room here on my review area. Move this around a little bit so you can see. So you can see a big, awesome overview of the Mark 1 there, and up in the middle there it has all the Howard Chan, JC Hong, can't fucking talk, damn it, creative producer, all that sort of stuff. And then again bear with me for a second. I might cut this a little bit out, but I will try and bring this around so you can see. And that's the clamshell inside the box. Very simple, just slips out like any other one. And in there it's got two fists. I'll pull those out later and show you, but nothing special. Other than that, it just comes with his stand and the main thing itself. So anyway, I'll get that out of the way and we'll check out the actual toy itself. Alrighty guys, so back to the figure. Now you can see how we've got our Tony sculpt. I'll just zoom in on that for you. Now, be aware, again, this is one of the first Tony sculpts they did, so it's not terribly good, but hey, what can you do? So I'll just zoom in that. I can't talk. I'll just zoom in on that for you. Okay, so there's the Tony sculpt. It's not brilliant, but you can't do much about that. The back of the helmet is actually part of his head, so that doesn't come off. This piece does come off, but I actually prefer just to keep it down like so, and you can still see his eyes through there, and that looks perfectly fine. What I've got in there, we'll just zoom down a little bit and see some of the other details. So, just looking down to his feet. So the plating design on it is really, really nice. The paint job is good. I believe the 2.0 paint job is quite nice as well. But I haven't actually seen that in hand, so we'll just have to go by what this is. I'll just turn him to the side for you. So now he's quite heavy, so his ankles will tend to want to wander a little bit. So just again, just give him a little look there, and turn him again just towards the back. So this is where this figure gets awfully cool, and he wants to fall over here. So, and just zooming in, I'll just show you. You can see all those little wiring details. Very cool. And most of these are actually real wires, and like these little silver ones are little metal cables as well. Very, very cool. Again, little real metal cable-y, springy sort of things here. Real wires. Obviously all the metal flaps are plastic, but all the wiring is quite real. This little backpack section where he's got his gas and power and all that is really cool itself. And actually hide the little button for the electronics right there, which is cool. And the batteries are in here. You just unscrew this thing, drop it out, and you put the batteries in. So very well hidden. I like that feature quite a lot. Come up again, and there's his head. You got Stark Ind on the back, so Stark Industries. Very nice. And what you'll notice underneath, he's actually got this little faux leather jacket. It's a welding jacket, and he has real pants on underneath. So underneath this suit is actually a proper full-bodied figure, which is very cool. So I'll just put a little pause in, repose him up. He's not super poseable, but either was the suit in the movie. He mainly moved his arms and just sort of stumbled around. So we'll do that. I'll show you the very few accessories he comes with, and we'll talk about the lightness of the actual suit, not so much the head because we know that's off, and then we'll move on. Again, it's not going to be a super long review. Okay, so we've got Tony back. I'll just show you the pose here. Just walking, and got the flamethrower going there. I'll cover the posability in a minute. I just want to show you the accessories. All he actually comes with are a fist with the shield on it for his left hand, and just a gloved, knock him over, a gloved fist for the right hand. And he comes with just the standard Hot Toys base with the Iron Man logo, retarded, and Mark 1 on there. So that's all he comes with. In the box, that mask section is separate to him, but other than that, that is the extent of his accessories, unfortunately. Now, again, we'll just move on, and I'll pose him up a bit different and just show you how good the accessories are. But what I will mention is on the actual figure, these little panels in here do slide out like the hand protection, and on this one as well, does slide out. Sorry about that, my dogs just went spastic for some reason and started barking, so I had to put a shortcut. And I'll put another one in. As I said, we'll get him in a better pose so you can see how the extent of the thing goes. We've got these flaps that do work, as I showed you there. They do extend out and in. They're just the hand guards. And also, before the battery, not the battery runs out, all these little panels down here do move as if they were in the real suit. Okay, I'll put a shortcut in. Okay guys, so we're back to just talk about the articulation a bit. Now this is a bit of an odd pose, but it's just to show you the movement that we can get out of the body. We've got the legs there, quite spread. They don't go really in and out due to this this armature here. Has a small amount of waist rotation, and you can't see it, and tilt there in the abs. The most articulation is in the head and the neck. That's quite movable in general. Now the arms, this arm is actually, I'll just rotate it a little bit, is stopped at the elbow there by that bit of armour. So that's as far as that will bend, and that's about as far as that arm will bend. So due to the armour, it does get in the way a little bit. Same with the knees will bend but not very far, and it has sort of ankle tilts there. Now it would be a standard body underneath, but that's about as far as it goes. So again, your knee bends a little bit forward, ankle is quite articulated, same with this foot, will move, but again, like you can see the leg underneath there, and the knee will bend, but that is about as far as it goes. So just thought I'd show you that. So it's got all these wires there, and now I'll just dim off some of these lights and we'll just show you the light up features. Alright, so you have him in a bit of darkness there. I've still got the lights above. Now, if we turn him around, that little button I showed you before, you just press that in. It just depresses. You can't really see it because I've turned him all around. And bring him back around and you can already see it. So there you have his arc reactor, which is very bright. And on that arm there you have just that little light for his missile function or whatever. Now that panel does actually open in there. Oh, actually I'll show you that with a light on it and a bit more, with the light on and a bit more light I was going to say, but yes, that does open, but I just thought I'd show you that light up function. So we'll just flick those lights back on. I'll leave his lights on as well. So what you have here is you open that panel up, and then this little red missile, which I may need 2 hands for, does actually meant to slide out, but doesn't want to. But anyway, you can see the little missile in there, and that just closes up behind there. And like I said before, a lot of the armour plating will move, like on the legs. This crutch piece here is fixed. The armour is kind of sort of moving like it is on a real thing. His little butt flap will move, and all these cables loose. You just got to be careful you don't break any of these cables, because I think they would be quite hard to put back. So now, as for value of this guy, I would not go and pay an exorbitant amount of money for it, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But that being said, I paid about $250 for this. It was a really good price. I'm very happy with that price. I wouldn't pay upwards of $350, $400 for it. If you're trying to complete that first 7 armours, it's definitely worth getting. But you can also pick up the version 2, which has a newer head sculpt and a different paint job, and it also comes with, instead of just the standard base, it comes with a nicer base similar to the Mark 6, you know, like environmental base. So anyway, that is him. Now, the likeness of the suit is pretty good. To be honest, I watched the movie the other day, but I didn't really look at every little bit. But looking at the armor plates and the helmet and stuff like that, it looks very similar to what you see on screen. So I'm fairly happy with that. As I said before, I like the addition of the welding jacket underneath. And he also has a shirt under there. When we saw the box before, he was wearing a green shirt with the arc reactor for the box art. That green shirt is under there. You can actually see it there if you look sort of carefully. You can probably just make it out there. A little green shirt just about there. And the pants on there. So overall, good figure. Wouldn't be bad if you put a better head sculpt on it, but as this is actually attached, I don't think that would be very easy to do. But again, I display it with the helmet down, so I'm not too worried about it at all. It's accurate enough for me. Very cool looking display piece, very intricate with the parts and the cables, and I definitely recommend picking one up if you're a fan of the Iron Man armors, as it was the first one for the films. So, my friends, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I will post this up as usual. Again, please check out my photography on my website, which is kallreviews.wordpress.com. There'll be a link below anyway. Anyway, that's Tony, your reviewer. I'm Chris. See you later.